Good evening. My name is Wilson Ugap, and I'm from PSG one. And here are some of my reflections during my micro teaching last week. So during my micro teaching, I used a student-centered teaching strategy with an emphasis on active learning to get ready for my micro teaching season. I used a formative assessment, direct instruction, and a collaborative learning as instructional methodology. In order to grab the students' attention and set the scene, I gave a quick overview of the subject. At the start of the class, I divided the students into a small group to promote peer-to-peer interaction and a conversation in order to support collaborative learning. In order to promote teamwork and provide opportunities for a mutual learning, each group was given a challenge to solve that was connected to the lesson subject. I moved between the groups, offering advice and responding to inquiries, which promote a positive learning atmosphere. Furthermore, also included direct teaching in the form of a mini lecture that clarified difficult concepts and offer a necessary information. Formative assessment methods like exit tickets and short quizzes were then used to determine how well the student understood the material, promoting and engagement and making sure that students were actively engaged in their educational were the goal of these tactics. During the micro teaching season, my peers' responses were mostly favorable. During group activities, many showed their excitement by participating in vibrant debates and cooperative problem solving. I noticed that the students were more engaged with the subject matter when they had a chance to collaborate with one another. Nevertheless, throughout the direct instruction portion, there were times when several classmates seemed disinterested. This led me to modify my approach by adding more interactive components, such posing open-ended questions and encouraging students to express their opinions. I observed a rise in involvement and attentiveness as a result. Teaching requires effective communication, thus I deliberately try to use a variety of communication techniques during my lesson. I made sure my explanations were clear and conveyed my assessment for the topic through suitable body language. I also engaged in active listening by listening intently to the students' answer and pushing them to go into a further detail. These communication abilities have a big influence on the educational process. When they feel heard, students appear more at ease voicing their opinions and asking questions. This improves their entire educational experience by fostering an inclusive environment that encourages candid conversation. Even without preparation, I ran across a number of difficulties during the micro teaching season. One unexpected scenario was when a group members varying level of previous experience causes them to struggle with the task at hand. I promptly stepped in to solve this issue by offering more resources and help that were suitable to their requirements. In addition to clearing up this misconception, this strengthened my flexibility as a teacher. Effective time management presented another difficulty. Some group has lengthy talks which causes the session to go longer than expected. I want to use more stringent time management techniques such as employing timers and clearly defining time limitation for each task to lessen this problem in subsequent season. All things considered, this micro-teaching experience really influenced how I previous successful teaching methods. One important lesson I've learned is how important it is to be flexible when teaching. Creating a productive learning environment requires me to be able to modify my methods according to the needs of my student. I also saw how important it was to use a variety of teaching techniques to keep pupils interested, including a cooperative learning activities in the classroom fosters and a sense of community while also improving a comprehension. Okay, lastly, this experience emphasizes how important effective communication is in the classroom. Effective communication encourages student participation and establish a space where a student can freely express themselves. In summary, I have gained knowledge about my teaching style, peer participation, communication efficacy, difficulties encounters, and lesson gained from thinking back on my micro teaching season. I have no doubt that this observation will guide me future teaching innovations as I work to provide all students with a worthwhile educational experience. And that's all for me. Thank you.